I know Chigs is in here recording. So.
No Chid Smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
sorry, you know Chid gonna have everything up there.
Whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man.
Mysonne wants DJ Akademiks out of hip-hop ASAP. Now, after Akademiks disrespected Erykah Badu and also refused to apologize, and then telling Mysonne to pull up, he has his address, Mysonne is responding to Akademiks. I'm gonna play that clip shortly for you guys, but Mysonne said, "Whose mans is this? As we celebrate 50 years of hip-hop, let's commit to silencing and ostracizing voices and platforms that don't contribute to the growth of this culture. Cowards who market disrespect and negativity. To all the women, and especially black women, that this coward has used his platform to violently disrespect with levels of vitriol that is unreal, I apologize on behalf of hip-hop silence, but I promise it won't continue. Hashtag end coward culture." Now, Mysonne is pleading to artists and pretty much anybody in hip-hop to stop going on Akademiks' platform because, according to him, they're basically giving Akademiks a pass and also empowering his platform to continue to disrespect women. Here's Mysonne's response back to Akademiks. Tell me what you guys think about this, man. Push comments below. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video. I'll see you guys later.
And it might not be the way y'all like it, and I'm sorry. But I'm not going to sit here and cop no pleas. I'm sorry to tell y'all. It won't happen. Like, I felt that way. It was on my heart. I'm not beefing with these people. I'm not trying to continue it, but I got it off. Streaming to me is therapy. Talking on this mic, talking and being able to give my opinion is therapy. That's it. Man, yo, somebody said Mysonne's talking to me. Nigga, Mysonne got the address that I'm at right now. That bitch ass nigga ain't gonna pull up outside. I got nothing to say to him otherwise. Like, bro, let's stop talking on there.
Plus, you got 9 security guards out there. What the fuck was that about?
Nigga, I got 9mm, nigga.
That's
fuck all that shit.
You guys have not, shotguns in the building. I'm like, what the fuck?
That nigga is not doing a motherfucking thing. Just keep talking online. So let me just get off of this shit. Mysonne.
In the spirit and the essence of hip hop, you know, I didn't even want to respond to this weekend. You know, shout out to the pioneers of hip hop. Shout out to everybody who has pushed this culture forward. You know, Yankee Stadium, Cedric Avenue, 2 of the most iconic and historical events, you know, that I've ever been in. And just understanding what hip hop and the culture means to the world, not just to me and not just to us, but hip hop culture is world culture. You know, and I think that's why after experiencing Hip Hop 50 and seeing how far we've come and seeing, you know, icons and people showing love and respect to each other and showing, you know, you're seeing where hip hop came from. I remember growing up as a young boy in the Bronx, in Highbridge, and knowing that Cedric and Cedar was right down the block from me. And then meeting the icons who created it and getting shown love from those icons and getting respect and all the icons throughout the years, just showing love and respect. You know, even in battle, even when it was battle culture, there was iconic individuals. There were people who merited, you know, there was competition. So you merited the competition. I think I'm better than you in rapping. I can out rap you. You know, if there was competition, there was this warrior mentality that hip hop brought out of you. It made you want to compete. It made you want to be the best lyricist. So even when we look at the most iconic hip hop beefs, there was about some level of competition, you know, and there was respect. Even in beefs, there was levels of respect. So I think for me, listening to someone like Akademiks, I don't even know where we get some DJ. He's never done anything for this culture. He's never DJ'd. He has not pushed this culture forward at all. And I think it does us a disservice that we allow someone who probably was getting wedgies in school, who probably couldn't even sit in a table without getting milk poured on him, because he's dealing with that trauma, to now utilize a platform in the name of hip hop to disrespect icons, to disrespect somebody, a black woman like Erykah Badu, who means so much to this culture. For him to be able to utilize his voice and his platform to constantly disrespect and bottom feed off of this culture is disrespectful to hip hop. It's disrespectful to the level of hip hop that 50 years has come to. Is people that literally put work in. For him to be able to sit on his motherfucking computer and in his room and disrespect people who have done so much more than he's ever done for this culture. right? How does he feel empowered? How does he feel enabled to get on these platforms and talk and disrespect? Fuck your opinion about rap. I don't care what you care about, but he literally disrespects, especially black women, every chance he gets. He says the most disrespectful and foul shit that if it was your mother or sister, that you would want to take his head off. How does he feel enabled? How did hip hop, the culture, enable somebody like, I'm not saying DJ, Akademiks, to be able to sit up on these platforms and disrespect icons? Right? We have to say to ourselves, if we understand what hip hop is and what it means to this culture, how do we allow someone like that to even have a voice in this culture? How do hip hop artists and hip hop blog sites and hip hop people, just real men in general, men and women in general, constantly continue to give him a voice, to validate his platform, where he utilizes his voice to disrespect and bottom feed and talk about the bottom shit in this culture? He represents the worst of this culture. He does nothing to add to this culture. So why will we allow someone like that to feed off this energy? Why would you allow someone like that to take your presence and you validate some bullshit like that? A man that can sit up and talk about our icons and our black women in a manner that he does with ease. A man that can sit up there and threaten people's lives and threaten and create violence and create nothing but turmoil in this culture the way he does with ease should not even be involved in this culture. And in the essence of hip hop, us that actually love and respect this culture, it's no way that we could continue to support someone like this. It's no way that men of honor and respect in any level of integrity, women of honor and respect in any level of integrity, should continue to support someone who does this and says it and does it and won't even apologize. You can sit up on your platform and disrespect a woman, a mother, someone who's done way more for this culture than you ever can, and then say you refuse to back down and apologize after you said some of the most foulest shit in the world about a black woman? How did we enable that? How does he feel that empowered that he can disrespect? I mean, the level of vitriol and disrespect that you talk about a woman because she said in your face that you remind her of a little mouse that's on thing and you laughed with her. The level of vitriol that you could talk after 5 years about her and disrespect her. How do we allow that? How do we empower that? How do we not demand that at least that man apologize for the shit he says? Right? I just want to know, how does, as men, as black men and coach, because it's too many of us men, and I'm being honest, it's too many black men that I respect and men that I don't even care about, that have validated that man, that have empowered him to think that he can talk like this. I just want to know, how do y'all niggas go to sleep at night knowing that you sit across from and talk to and validate a nigga that don't have no respect for a black woman? A nigga who would disrespect and talk about people in this culture who've done way more. How do y'all niggas do that? I don't understand it. In the essence, in the spirit of hip hop, how do we allow someone like this continue to feed off this culture? That's what I want to say. And for 50 years of hip hop, it's no way that anybody who says they love this culture should empower and embrace and any way co-sign and validate some shit like this. It's just no way. No person, like, he gonna talk all this shit, but the reason why he talks like this because there's no consequences. The consequences don't gotta be somebody physically, but he definitely need an ass whipping, but the consequences don't have to be somebody whipping his ass. It just let him know that you can't feed off this culture and disrespect this culture at the same time. You can't highlight and try to magnify the bottom essence of this culture and be able to profit off of that. Not on my watch. Not at my expense. I'm not going to sit across you and give you any validation by allowing you to interview me or do anything as you continue to destroy this culture. So in the essence of 50 years of hip hop, him, the Charleston Whites, how the fuck do we empower people like that? Bottom feeders that could come into this culture and disrespect and do the worst shit and say the worst shit that they possibly can about women and icons in this culture, and there's no consequences for those actions. Ask yourself that, man. And ask yourself, do you feel good about it? As a man, as you sit across from a coward that was getting wedgies in school and now he decides to get on this platform and violate everybody. As you sit across from him and you validate him, ask yourself, how do you feel? Ask yourself, does it really make sense? Ask, is the views worth the bottom shit that he's going to do to this culture? Are the views that you're going to get worth the detriment that this coward is bringing to this culture?